That should be alright. Alright. Into my intro. Hey Sabrina, hey Ren, how are you guys? I'm going to get started here in just a minute, then I'm going to give Ryan here a call, and the stream will start from there, but I'm just going to wait just like one more minute to get some people out here, hopefully, and see if we can make it. A good show tonight, because I always like having like a good audience with when I have a guest on. The episodes that I have with the guest always seem to get more attention and everything. So, and Ryan's a really cool dude, so I want to give him like a big warm welcome and everything. So, I'm just gonna hold out just for a minute here. Hope some more people roll in, and then we'll get started here. Either way, I always start at the 5-minute mark on here anyway. You know, honestly, I need to find a new place to move my studio, though, because my dad wants to use this room for something, and I'm gonna have to move my studio somewhere. So I need to find a new place in the house to hopefully move it. I don't know where yet, but I'll find a place. Because I mean, I do like how my setup is. I was thinking there's like this closet in the hallway that nobody uses it. I was thinking not the haunted one, not that one, but there's like another closet somewhere in the basement down here, like in the hallway. I was thinking I could move my stuff into there, and I can make that my new studio. And yeah, no, Ryan's really chill. I've been talking to him, and he seems like a really good guy, and I'm happy to have him on the show here tonight. Oh, you're good, Ren. Take your time. But yeah, no, just all depends. I don't know where I'm going to move my studio. Because I got my little setup here for all the new people who haven't really seen this before. I got like the little characters down here. I got the little alien, got the Bigfoot, got the Jackalope, the little Yeti from Rudolph, Mothman, Wendigo patch that says "Let's Bone," little pumpkin creature. That is an Old Spice bottle that has a dragon on it. I have one upstairs I'm going to bring down here soon that has a kraken on it, and just some little random other dragons behind there and everything. And then this is all the art that my fans made for me. So I'm going to get that. Oh, we are past the 5-minute mark, so we're good to start. So hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to Cryptocast, your source for all things crypto-related, unknown, and paranormal. I'm your host, Parker, and welcome back to another Cryptocast live stream. Today, we're going to be joined by Ryan of the YouTube channel Venomous Fringe. It's a really good channel, guys. It's really well set up. It's a podcast channel as well. They cover like cryptid stuff like I do, paranormal stuff like I do, and links to Ryan's channel will be in the description below. Feel free to check them out, guys, because they're really good. It's hosted by Chris Fringe and Sensei and Ryan, so definitely go check these three out, guys. They have a really, really nice show. Granted, I only saw a little bit of it, but what I saw, I really, really liked. It's a really, really high-quality podcast, and I really think you guys should go check it out after you're done watching this one. So, all right. So, let me give Ryan a call here. Just gotta see if he's ready. Because I don't want to just be rude and call him out of the blue. So I'm just asking him if he's ready, and if he says yes, I will give him a call. All right, he's ready. Let's give him a call, guys. Let's get Ryan on the phone.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? Good to have you on the show.
Oh, great to be here, dude. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing splendid.
So you're the newest, so what you told me, you're the newest co-host of Venomous Fringe, is that right?
That's correct. Yeah, I was actually brought in. I'm friends with Chris and Sensei behind the screen, so they wanted someone that knew about cryptids. So they got me involved with that. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a blast, dude. It really is. We got some great people over there. Check it out.
Yeah, definitely. I linked your guys' channel in the description below, so guys, definitely be sure to check out Ryan, Chris, and Sensei's channel in the description. So check that out, guys. It's a good show. I saw a little bit of it, and I liked what I saw. It was the latest Dogman episodes.
Oh, the one with CJ.
Yeah, CJ.
Oh, yeah. That was a very intense episode.
Yeah, no, it was like 2 parts, but I loved both parts.
Oh, yeah, it's insane. CJ had some very interesting encounters.
Oh, yeah. So, if you guys don't know, the first part of it was just the story behind it, and then the second part was the interview with CJ. It doesn't really matter what order you watch them in, but personally, I like watching the story behind it first and then hearing from the actual source. So, watch those 2 videos when you get a chance, guys, because they were great.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
I would listen to the story first, though, so it all makes sense to you.
Mm-hmm. But I like to ask this question to, like, people all the time, but what got you into, like, the cryptid community and the paranormal and all that?
You know, that actually started in my childhood.
Me too, actually.
I started reading a book that my elementary school had. It was a bright orange book. I still actually have it over on my bookshelf. But it had little screenshots from the Patterson-Gimlin film in there, and it just kind of became an obsession from there.
Yeah, for me, it was, I watched, like, Destination Truth, Monster Quest, Secret Saturdays when I was a kid, and I fell in love with them. They really were. I mean, for a Cartoon Network show, the Secret Saturdays really did a good job, and it was a great show. I really wish they did, like, a reboot of it or something, because I missed that show.
I do too. There are certain shows that I miss. I don't know if you ever saw Sightings. Man, Sightings was a good show.
Oh, that sounds really familiar. Have you seen Haunted Highway?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I loved that one. Fact or Fake Paranormal Files was great. I also loved, oh dear God, what was the name of that? Haunted Collector.
Oh, yeah, that was a great one.
Oh, my dad and I always used to make fun of that guy, though. Like, oh, is that real gold? Is that a flat screen TV? That's haunted. I need to take that from you.
Nice, very nice.
But
yeah,
no,
Lost Tapes was good too.
It was a great show. Sci-Fi has some great shows on it, but sadly we don't have Sci-Fi anymore, so I haven't been able to watch those. But that's that's what YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, and all that's for, though. So.
Oh, bummer, man. Bummer.
Yeah.
Oh, and I see we got Sabrina in the chat room. Hey, Sabrina.
Yeah, I posted the link to the stream that I had with you in the YouTube section of your Discord, and she came in to support you guys. So.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, she's a cool little lady right there.
Oh yeah, no, she seems really chill.
My little sister. We're kind of like brother and sister. It's funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was talking about that in the comments. She says she labeled you as her big brother.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, I see that now. Very nice.
So, what is your favorite cryptid that you've done research on so far?
It's really hard to narrow it down to just one. I'm going to say either Wendigo or Dogman.
That's a good choice, honestly. There's like so many encounters. Like, it seems like those are the most like common sightings next to Bigfoot. You always hear about the Wendigo sightings and the Dogman sightings the most.
Yeah, it's funny how the Wendigo sightings are becoming more frequent nowadays.
They really are. I mean, I know like Wendigos are associated with like the cold in the winter. I wonder if that has something to do with like climate change or global warming or something, but.
Ooh, that's an interesting theory.
Mm-hmm.
I always kind of point it off to maybe social media, because Wendigo is more publicized nowadays than it used to be in the past.
They really are, and honestly, it's like the same with skinwalkers too, in a way.
Right, and similar with the rake as well. The rake's been a creepypasta, so everybody knows about it now.
Yeah, and I found this one cryptid that somebody in my Discord group showed me, and I made a post about it on my Tumblr account a while ago, and it's these creatures called crawlers, and they're like pale white and gray, lanky, hairless creatures that resemble the rake. They also have the long claws and everything, so I don't know if the rake inspired them, and it's like a whole hoax thing, or if they inspired the rake.
That's a good question. I think really it all comes back down to the Wendigo in a way. Because if you look at the description, they're all basically the same.
Mm-hmm. And I know the Wendigo has like two forms. It has like the nature spirit form, and then it has like the human form.
Yeah, an interesting thing about the Wendigo is they depict it with a deer skull. And actually a stag head in the Hollywood edition.
Mm-hmm.
So really it's kind of a popular misconception.
Because I'm just going to show this on my screen really quick, but that was like, this is a picture that's been floating around the internet for years, but that's like a standard crawler picture. The one thing in the front of the trail camera with the glowing white eyes that looks like the rake or something.
Oh, yeah, trail cam photos. Yeah, those are always creepy.
So you really don't know like what you're going to get when you set one of those out in the woods. But...
No, you really don't.
What is in your opinion, the weirdest cryptid that you've ever done research on?
Oh, good Lord, there's so many I actually try to decide. I'm actually gonna have to go with probably the rake, because the rake itself is just fascinating but creepy at the same time. It's really actually a really terrifying cryptid.
For me, I have to say the weirdest one that I've done research on, I forgot the name of it. It's like the Maruche or something, but it's like this thing that's like in France, and it's like this horse. It has giant arms like busting out of its sides, and it just tosses people in ditches.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one too. That's kind of similar to the Egyptian god of Orobos.
Yeah, it is in a way. Like the never-ending snake thing.
Yes, very similar.
But yeah, no, I love Egyptian and everything. That's like my favorite mythology and everything, so I do know a good amount about Egypt, but there's like some that I don't...
If you stop to think about it, a lot of the cryptids that we study nowadays began in Egyptian mythology.
Oh, absolutely.
Dogman was mentioned as Anubis.
Yeah, and if you go back in... looking, there's like something in the Bible, I believe, and there's like this one saint named Saint Christopher, and he was depicted as a half dog, half man, because he was called a Canaanite, and it's like a whole species called like the cynocephaly.
Yep. Yeah, it's very interesting because a lot of people theorize that Dogman, Sasquatch, the rake, all those cryptids are actually Nephilim. That's what they theorize.
Yeah, the fallen angels. Or
Yeah.
the offspring between angels and humans, I mean.
Yep, exactly. And I don't know. I mean, I could buy that theory, I suppose, but not entirely.
Yeah, I know. I mean, because, like, new animal species are being discovered all the time. Like, the okapi was once considered the African unicorn before it was proven real, and the lowland mountain gorilla, and, like, new reptiles, new frogs, new amphibians, they're being discovered all the time as well, so.
It's kind of a trip to think about it, because at one time gorillas were actually considered cryptids.
Right. So, I mean...
You know, they had the same mythology behind them as Sasquatch does nowadays.
So that means Sasquatch could just be like an American gorilla, essentially, if everything's...
Actually, that is a theory that I support greatly. It is a very unpopular theory, but I do believe that, yes, Sasquatch could be an ape.
Yeah, I do too. Like, people believe that he could be like a surviving Gigantopithecus or something. And
well, see, the problem with that is that Gigantopithecus was an exclusive feeder, which means it ate bamboo. It wasn't actually an oak ape. Oak apes tend to eat leaves and try to even eat meat sometimes. Giganto didn't do that.
So he would be more found like in the Asian countries where bamboo is more plentiful.
Precisely, yeah. And think about how tall those things were. You know, they're not going to be shrinking in size as they evolve.
Like, these things, like, they were massive. Like, they were
gigantic.
Bigger than modern-day gorillas, and allegedly bigger than Bigfoot as well, so...
Yeah. 16, 17 feet tall.
And then all that muscle, too. So...
Yeah. I'm not sure how they would even get over from Asia to the Americas. I mean, there would have to be a land bridge.
Right.
And what caused them to migrate? There had to be something that would cause a migration like that.
Like, either, like, global warming, temperature changes, or, like, some predator that was dumb enough to fuck with them.
Yeah, I mean, that could be a possibility, I suppose, because there was actually a small nose, what was it called, short-nosed bear? Short-nosed bears were gigantic, so maybe they drove them off, but I don't know. I don't lean towards that as a possibility entirely.
Right. But, I mean, there's a lot of, like, theories that, like, some cryptids are just, like, surviving, like, prehistoric creatures, like Loch Ness Monster. People believe that that could just be a plesiosaur, and,
that's entirely possible. It really is. I would say, yeah, that could happen.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree completely with that. But you did say you had an encounter with a cryptid that you wanted to share as well.
Yeah, actually, I had a dogman encounter about a year and a half ago.
Oh, really?
And it was actually, yeah, it was frightening at the time, but now that I look back at it, I'm actually grateful it happens, because how many people get to see these things, actually?
Right.
You know, it's not like your average person gets to see them on an everyday basis, so when I got to see one, it was actually a momentous occasion for me. You know, and it was terrifying at first.
So what happened exactly? Like, what went down?
All right, it's kind of a long story, but I'll try to give you the shorter version. But here in Arizona, in the town I live in, we're kind of getting a lot of problems with stray dogs being killed. We'd find the bodies just mangled up terribly, and then people started losing their pets. And we kind of just shrugged that off and said, you know, it could be wildcats, mountain lions, or even coyotes, because we have a fair share of coyotes here. And one of my friend's neighbors, said that they actually saw something on their property. You know, and at first we kind of just, you know, whatever. It could have been anything.
Right.
Well, one night I was actually asked to watch my friend's property while he was away on vacation with his wife. And he has a nice 2-story house that has a really long stretch of backyard. And I had gone there about midnight to do my final checkup. And when I went in the back, I heard something back there. It kind of sounded like a deep, you know, brown, almost like a bear, but mixed with a dog in a way. And, you know, at first I thought maybe somebody was messing around, and maybe it was one of the vagrants that lived in the washes. So I called out, you know, I did the, hey, so I got to get a response. And I didn't get any verbal response. And so what I got was a vocal response of a growl. You know, so I was rooted in place, because you hear a growl like that you don't hear every day. And you're going to stick right where you are. It went right through me. I could feel it in my chest. It was so deep.
Like, it was like the growl of a predator or something that, like...
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It was very deep, very guttural. Came from, you know, the diaphragm of this thing. And, you know, I just kind of stood there watching. I could see something moving in the tree line. And tree line was not too far away from me. It was about maybe 15 feet maximum. You know, and then the security lights actually had come on, because he actually does have security lights in the back. And when the security lights clicked on, I actually saw the amber eye shine. So I was staring at that for a moment, but, I did hunt with my brother back in the day, so I knew when you see an animal, you don't make eye contact. No matter what kind of animal it is, you never give eye contact. That's a challenge. So I did my best to stare away, and this thing kept moving closer and closer until it was at the end of the tree line, and I could see this thing clearly in the security lights. So I was looking back at this hyena-like creature that was about 6.5, 7 feet tall.
So you said it looked more like a hyena than anything? Like, did it have, like, the spots like a hyena has and stripes? And
I couldn't see the spots or stripes, but the facial features, the snout, the way the eyes were set, the ears, the mane going down the back, it was all there. It definitely looked hyena. So, yeah, it just kind of stared at me for a little bit. I could see it actually tilting its head and the ears going up and down.
Like it was just curious about something, or...
Yeah, like it was trying to gauge what I was doing there, and I think it was also one of those circumstances where it was going, oh, crap, you saw me, so now what do we do?
Right. And you mentioned the eyes, though. You said they were like orange eyes. Were you able to see like the pupils or anything, or?
Yeah, it had small black pupils.
Okay, so they weren't like slit pupils like werewolves or anything that you see in movies, but...
No. If it was werewolf-like, I think I would have broke right there. But no. No, but you could tell it was curious, though, because there was that head tilting. So we just kind of did a stare-off for a few minutes that seemed to drag on for an eternity. And eventually it just backed away. Started to back off into the shadows. I could hear everything snapping, the trees snapping and all that. And once it was within eye range and it was gone, I took off. I was out of there. I didn't waste any time. I got in there, locked the doors, locked the windows. I was just, I'm not going back out there for a while. Right.
Now, you said it was like 6 to 7 feet tall, but was it like muscular? Was it scrawny? Was it...
Well, it wasn't like Arnold Schwarzenegger muscular. It was more like an athlete, a well-trimmed athlete, but it wasn't super buff.
So you kind of say, I guess, kind of along the lines of like a NBA player or something, or...
Yeah, perfect description right there, yeah.
Now, do you believe that there's like multiple species of dogman? Because like most people like when they say dogman, like they think of like essentially just like a werewolf, but yours was kind of more like a hyena looking one.
Yeah, I'm convinced that there's more than one type, because I talk to guys like Josh Turner, Chris Cyrus, Matt Squatch Presents, and all these guys have different variations.
But because I also saw like something online like that there's like more than one like type of Bigfoot. Like there's the Yeti, there's the Almas, there's all these variations of it. There's got to be some variations of dogmen out there as well.
You have the Gugwi, which are the more baboon-like of the Sasquatch family.
Right.
There's different variations. I think that's just, that has to do with evolution, I believe.
Right. I mean, like Darwin's finches, like they're essentially the same animal, but there's just slight variations of them. And like in like the Pokemon universe, there's like normal Meowth and there's a Alolan Meowth. They're the same, but they're also different depending on their location in the world.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, no, that's really cool. I mean, really the only encounters that I've had were like, I don't know how long you've been following the channel, but I mean like the ghost encounters and all that. And I'd have to,
nice.
And there's this one time my dad and I, we were walking our dogs one day, and there was like these weird big birds fighting in a tree. I don't know what they are, but I couldn't find anything about them online or anything. But then I looked something up online, and they kind of seemed like the extinct Washington's eagle. But I'm not entirely sure, but they just didn't look like any normal bird I've seen.
Anything is possible. I mean, we have animals coming back from extinction now.
Right, like the scientists are trying to bring back to life the passenger pigeon, the Tasmanian tiger, which could still actually be alive, because there's been some really good proof out there about that one.
There's been sightings of the tiger, so it is entirely possible that he eluded extinction somehow.
Absolutely, yeah. Like, and you get like there's like this one that I really like, this footage of one, and it was just this like creature that looked like a Tasmanian tiger. It was like doing like the telltale like hop that it does, like in the middle of the field. It had like the long tail, you could see stripes on it, but it was like too far away to not make out like any other details. But you could,
I've seen that one. That's actually very interesting footage.
yeah. Personally, I do think that is one that they got on camera. But I mean, it is what it is. But it would be cool if we could actually get a like capture a live one or something. But I do believe that there are still some out there in the wild.
Yeah, so long as it's captured and released, though, because really, we're not going to achieve anything by just keeping them captive.
Right. I mean, unless we were able to capture like a male and a female, get a breeding pair, and get the population going again. But
Right.
that's
Exactly.
way easier said than done. But
yeah, it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort to do something like that.
Mm-hmm. Now, have you done like any investigations yourself or anything, like looking for cryptids, looking for ghosts, or?
Absolutely, yeah. Actually, I don't live too far from the Mogollon Rim, so I do go up to the various mountain ranges around here to look around. And actually, at the end of the month, Matt Squatch Presents is coming for a visit. We're going to go to different areas around Arizona.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to seeing that then if you film it for your YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to.
Oh, heck yeah. And then for me, I'm getting like some of my friends together. We're going to do like local ghost hunting because there's like a lot of legends and stuff here that we're going to try and investigate. But
sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Just be careful. You got to be very, very careful in going out like that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I know what to do. I know what not to do, and I always usually carry a blessed cross in my pocket. Like even when I do like those little investigations at home, I always just carry something.
Very nice, smart man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't be too safe. I mean, if it's not the cryptids or the ghosts that are going to get you, it's some crazy man.
Yeah, some like crackhead in the woods and everything, but
you would think you wouldn't see crackheads in the woods, but you do. Believe me, you do.
Oh yeah, and like then like the natural predators and everything, like wolves, bears, coyotes. Coyotes are a big problem. Those things don't back down for shit, but they're skittish as all hell. So like you do one wrong move, they'll freak out and either run away or attack.
Yeah, if they run in packs, so if you run into a pack, you're in trouble. I've run into packs before. I've had to run away.
Oh yeah, no, those things are, and like those are known to carry rabies and stuff too. So
yeah, that's a problem here in Arizona as well. Yep.
Yeah, no, I know in Missouri, there's been some here as well, but like in Ohio, I know like it's crazy up there with
Yeah, it is. It's insane.
And then I heard like in Ohio, if you go there, like you can legally just hunt coyotes because they're a nuisance animal. Like you don't need like a permit or anything or like a specific season. You can just go out and just kill coyotes just because they're a nuisance.
Yeah, it's basically the same here too. If they go into your backyard, just pop. There you go.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cruel rule, but you know, you gotta do what you have to do.
Now you said you were in Arizona, right?
Yes.
So, how are there like a lot of tales of like skinwalkers down there and everything? Because I know they're more found like in the West, kind of where you are.
Yeah, there's quite a few actually. There really are. There's a place called San Javier Mission that's not too far away from here.
And is that
a lot of people?
Oh, is that a reservation then as well?
It's kind of a reservation. It's more like a tourist attraction now, but
okay.
Yeah, a lot of people claim to have seen things around that area. You know, a skinwalker is something I don't ever want to run into, to be honest with you.
Oh, God, no.
No, I'm fine with Sasquatch and Dogman, but keep the skinwalkers and Wendigos away from me.
Yeah, no, those, I would not want to fuck one of those things, because, like,
no.
Now, maybe you might be able to answer this, because I'm not entirely sure. Do Wendigos also do the mimicking like skinwalkers do, like with the voices?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They will actually screw with you to the point where you will think that it's actually your friend calling out for help. And they will do whatever it takes to lure you outside just to nab you.
Because I've heard skinwalkers doing that, and like I've heard like, I guess like a couple accounts of like Wendigos doing that, but you hear it more skinwalkers than anything, really.
Yeah, it's almost parallel, it's almost equal, but have you ever heard of the skinwalker death whistle?
I believe so, but I really don't remember it, but the name sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's kind of a taunting thing they do. They make this whistling noise that kind of lets you know, hey, we know where you are, we're going to get you. I'd be terrified. If I were out somewhere at night and I heard that, I'd have a heart attack right then and there.
Mm-hmm. And I know, like, if, like, a skinwalker has its sights on you, like, it won't let you go, like, even if you go home and everything, it'll just be outside, like...
It'll follow you. That's what they say, is that they actually follow you.
Yeah.
And that's terrifying in itself right there. I mean, for something to know you're there is one thing. It's almost animal instinct, but to follow you home, no thank you.
Then you just gotta go, like, to a Native American priest or shaman and just get that, and get, like, cleansed, and it'll leave you alone or something.
Right, yeah.
I mean,
but that's a lot of work.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's if you have one, it's necessary to get it done, but that is a lot of work.
It really is, and you got to think people are going to think you're crazy for saying this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of exposed at your own risk.
I heard, like, this one story, like, on YouTube. It was, like, from... Oh, I forgot which one it was, but it was, like, I think it was Darkness Prevails. He was, like, talking about, like, skinwalker encounters, because that's, like, his thing. He loves talking about skinwalker encounters.
Yeah.
He was, like, there's a story, like, on this reservation, there's, like, this bear, like, in the middle of the road, and they accidentally ran over it or something, or, like, a deer or something. It was, like, a bear or deer, and it was, like, in the road, they stopped, and then, like, they were like, is the bear okay? And then it just stands up on the back of its hind legs and just walks off into the wilderness, and has, like, human-looking eyes, and...
Oh, so it was an Ojibwe.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Ojibwe scare me too.
Oh, yeah. And I know, like, a good way, like, I've heard, I'm not entirely sure, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but a good way to, like, tell if a skinwalker, like, if something's a skinwalker is, like, it has no tail.
Yes, and also the features. Sometimes the features are more human than animal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's, like, this one that I heard, like, there was, like, this deer, like, standing outside someone's property or something, and they, like, went outside, they got, like, a gun and scared away, and then the deer just stood up on its hind legs and just ran into the woods.
I remember hearing that story, yep. There was also that video of the goat that was standing up someone's door, too. Did you see that?
Oh, the goat man, or just a goat?
Oh, they thought it might have been a skinwalker because the way that the eyes looked just did not look like a goat at all.
I have not seen that one.
I'll see if I can find it to you, and I'll shoot it to you in Discord.
Oh, heck yeah.
It's very, yeah, it could be some kind of weird goat, because I'm not familiar with goats, so it could be anything. But looking at the eyes, I'm just going, okay, that's a little too creepy.
Skinwalker goat. There's, like, a video of, like, a skinwalker scream caught on camera.
Oh, yeah. I know a guy that has one of those videos.
Really? Like, he actually, like, filmed it himself and everything?
Yeah, his name's Big Dill.
Oh, wait, does he have a YouTube?
He sure does.
Big Dill. Oh, yeah, no, that is the one that I've seen.
Oh, okay, I think everybody's seen that one.
Yeah, that's, like, a really popular one, 2.7 million views.
Yeah, I remember when he posted that, his views just went up and up and up. They're still going up.
Mm-hmm.
That was, like, from a year ago, too.
Yeah, I remember I saw it in a Chills video.
Yeah. Yeah, he became quite popular because of that video.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, like, if you make it into a Chills video, you're doing something right there, honestly.
Exactly, yeah. I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, I tried reaching out for Chills for, like, an interview or something, but, like, that was a year ago and I haven't heard anything back, but...
Oh. Well, maybe you'll get him sometime.
Hopefully. I just probably got to get a little bit bigger on YouTube here, and then...
Oh, it takes time. Just be patient. It takes a lot of time, a lot of hard work.
Oh, yeah.
But I can tell you're willing to do all that work, so, yeah, just keep doing it, man.
And then I got to learn to, like, edit videos better and everything, and it should be all right.
I think we all have to learn how to edit videos better.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a problem for us all.
Mm-hmm. And I've been wanting to start a new series here. I'm probably gonna, like, film an episode, like, later or something. It's gonna be like I'm just reviewing, like, cryptid, paranormal media and everything that people send me, and
that'd be interesting. Very nice.
Ones that I find online stuff. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
I'll see how it goes.
Check those out. Yeah, keep me posted. I'll check them out as you post them.
Yeah, because right now I'm just doing the live streams and the cryptid ratings, and that's really it. I kind of felt like I should just expand it a little bit, but...
Nothing wrong with that. That's how we started out, so...
Mm-hmm.
You got to start out small, buddy.
Oh yeah. Now, what are your like opinions on Skinwalker Ranch? Do you think it's more like extraterrestrial in nature, or do you think that's more like associated with the Skinwalker itself?
I'm going to have to say it's more extraterrestrial in nature.
I do too, because I know
There's just too many UFO sightings, and you have all that supernatural occurrence there.
Mhm.
That has to be something to do with all the extraterrestrial activity.
Have you heard
It
about
has
like
to be
the old owners got like visits from the Men in Black too, and
Yeah, I have heard that. And, the MIB are becoming more prevalent nowadays. It seems like when everybody has an encounter with anything, there they are.
Mhm. I saw a little bit of that one video that you reposted on Twitter. I didn't watch all of it, so if you could elaborate a little bit on it. It's the Men in White. Everyone hears about the Men in Black, but I've never heard of the Men in White before.
Okay, the Men in White are very, very interesting. A lot of people actually theorize that these guys might be the opposite of the MIB. They're protectors. Usually when disaster strikes, when a lot of death is occurring, these guys show up and offer their help. Which doesn't seem like a government thing to do.
Right.
Anti-establishment. It doesn't seem like a government thing to do.
So I guess it's kind of like a cryptid paranormal task force then.
Yeah, it could be compared to that. Yeah, but where you have the Men in Black that kind of erase all the information. The Men in White don't want to do that. They usually check on you, make sure you're okay, that you're not experiencing trauma, no physical injuries. They're more the good guys of the government, I'd say.
Now that's honestly kind of really odd. It kind of sounds like, I forgot the dude's name, but the Grinning Man story about that one guy, like,
yeah,
I forgot his name. What was his name?
Indrid Cold?
Yeah, Indrid Cold. Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually usually associated with the Mothman as well.
Is he really?
Yeah. Yep, if you read the book, The Mothman Prophecies, the guy that wrote that actually goes into great detail about Indrid Cold.
Really?
Yeah, I guess at one point, Indrid Cold was actually in a diner with this guy, and Indrid did not know what a fork or a spoon was. He was toying with a fork and spoon, like, what do I do with these?
Like, he didn't know that they were for eating. He just thought they were just, like, random pieces of metal.
Yeah, he thought they were decorations or something along those lines. He's just looking at them like, what do I do? What are they? And he just suddenly gets up and he leaves the diner without any explanation.
That's really weird. I mean, there's like those alleged photos of Indrid Cold online as well.
Yeah, those are very, very creepy. I would not want to meet this guy.
Oh, no.
I mean, maybe from a distance, maybe from a safe distance, like a window between me and I, so I could ask him questions from the other side of the window. And
then there's like the theories that that Indrid Cold was actually working like inside the government, like he was like an alien working with the government to like promote peace or something, or.
Yeah, there's that theory, and there's also the theory that he was kind of a terrorist.
Really?
Because they would see him before they saw the Mothman. And of course, all these disasters would happen after they saw the Mothman. So people started thinking that Indrid Cold was actually, in reality, the Mothman, and they were causing these disasters.
So they thought he was behind it and was like kind of pinning it on Mothman or something.
Right. Kind of like it was a cohesive unit for a while there, but I don't know. I mean, that's speculation, really. I think the Mothman's its own thing.
I do too, but I mean, still, the like sightings of Indrid Cold and Mothman, they're pretty hard to pass up though, still too. So anything's possible, but I do believe that they're two. I do believe that they're two separate entities.
Yeah, I think they are their own entities within themselves. And if you look at it, though, there's a lot of UFO sightings along with Sasquatch sightings as well.
That's true. There's even like this joke website out there, I think, called BigfootIsAnAlien.com.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that site. But
interesting website.
Where do Bigfoots go during the winter? Oh, they go up back into space during the winter. That's why the lakes go down, because the Bigfoot hide their spaceships in lakes, and they go back to Jupiter or wherever, and the water pressure, the water level goes down.
If you ever want good Bigfoot-based comedy, watch Peter Kane. Peter Kane is hilarious.
Oh wait, is he the guy that like Bigfoot had sex with him and stuff?
Yes, that's the guy.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah, if you're trying to learn about Bigfoot, don't go to Peter Kane. That's going to be your bane right there. But if you want some fun and want some laughs, go to Peter Kane. He's hilarious. That guy's just wow.
He's like a dog trainer, and then he does like weird Bigfoot videos on the side.
Yeah, he's a dog trainer. He's an artist. He makes animatronics, and then he does Bigfoot videos.
I like at first when I saw that, like I saw like the one where like Bigfoot like allegedly sexually assaulted him, and I didn't know like if it was a joke or if it was real, and I'm just like, what the hell is this? But I loved it.
You know, that's the great thing about Peter. He doesn't come out and say it's fake or it's real. He just lets you think whatever you want to think.
Just up for interpretation. I mean, it's obviously fake, but I mean, it's still fun to.
Right. Yeah, that's the fun part about it is it's obviously fake as can be, but everybody believes it anyway. So he just struck gold.
And he does such a good job with it as well. Like,
He does. He really, really does. He's excellent. It's good stuff.
So what are some other cryptid paranormal YouTubers that you watch?
Oh, let's see. I actually listen to Swamp Dweller on a regular basis.
Oh, he's
I'm friends with that guy.
He's really, really good. If you can get me through like to get an interview with that guy, that would be awesome.
Yeah, dude, I'll message him for you on Twitter, see what he says.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Yep. Let's see. Brian Duke Sullivan, World Bigfoot Radio.
Oh, those guys
That's
are
a
good.
great show.
Mm-hmm. Do you watch Nuke's
That
Top
is a great
5?
show. Oh, of course. Absolutely. Who doesn't?
He's really good. Slapped Ham.
Oh, yeah. That's another good channel right there, too.
Oh, yeah.
A very good channel. Well, like I said, Matt Squatch Presents. That's actually a very, very good channel if you want to just start learning about cryptids. Go check out Matt because he has very informative videos.
Let me take a look at that. Oh, yep, I'm subscribed to him on YouTube already, so.
Yeah, he's very informative. He knows his stuff. He, gives it to you in a very straightforward fashion. It's none of that, biblical theory or anything like that. It's just straightforward.
Mm-hmm. There's like this one YouTuber that I also follow. It's like World of Monsters.
I never heard of that one.
It's pretty good. The guy has a Discord. I'm friends with the guy as well. So check out World of Monsters. It's pretty damn good.
Check him out.
It's hosted by a guy named Arthur. He covers like a lot of werewolves and Dogman stuff. So he has a really cool channel
nice.
though.
That's cool. That's very cool. You'll have to check that out for you.
Let me see if I can actually.
So, are you planning on getting into cryptid research, as in like going for looking for these things, or are you gonna just research from home?
Oh, I'm hopefully eventually I'm gonna go out there and look for them. But right now I've just been doing research at home and everything.
I'll tell you what, if you're gonna go out looking for them, come up with a battle plan. You definitely have to have this thing mapped out from A to Z and back again.
Right, like if it does this, I do this, and if I do this, it could do this, so I need to do this.
Right. Exactly. And, do like I do. I actually do watch a lot of things on apes to learn about ape behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're going to get people that get mad at you when you say Sasquatch is an ape, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
Right. Because
if you look at a lot of the behaviors that Sasquatch has, well, you can find it in apes.
Right. And there's always like that very, very, very small chance that your local Bigfoot that you hear screaming in the woods at night could actually be a crackhead too, so.
Yeah, there is that chance, that's for sure.
So either way.
A lot of these Sasquatch howls too could be, they could be elk, they could be wildcat howls. I've heard wildcat calls that will just chill you to the bone.
Oh yeah, no, like mountain lions, they literally sound like a woman being murdered.
Yeah, they really do. I heard that one time years ago, and I was just like, what is that? I was so terrified. I didn't want to move.
I mean, and then when he found out what it was still terrifying because you're in the same area as a predator.
Yeah, and you're just looking at that like, wait, that caused that sound? No freaking way. All right, scared the shit out of me, but okay, yeah.
Honestly, one of the scariest sounds that I've heard, I watched on YouTube, is a rabbit scream.
Oh, God. A rabbit can sound terrible.
Oh.
They can sound like human babies.
They really can.
Yeah.
And that can honestly be like an explanation for like some cryptids and ghosts that like people say like they cry like babies to lure you out and to go with them and everything.
Oh,
but it could just very well be a screaming rabbit or something.
Yeah, it definitely could be. And I think a lot of people just, they want to believe anything. So if they hear a sound, they just, oh, that's Sasquatch, or hey, that's Dogman, or that's a Skinwalker. They just assume.
Like, there have been theories that the Banshee screams in Ireland could just be some kind of barn owl or something.
I could see that.
Because barn owls, those things scream, and it's horrifying.
It can be, especially when you're out there at night. You don't see where it's coming from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, like, the thing is, too, like, I feel like humans kind of have, like, even if you love birds, I feel like humans, like, have, like, this kind of, like, slightly unnerving, like, feeling about, like, birds, especially at night and everything. I guess it kind of goes back to, like, when we were once monkeys and everything, and being picked off by, like, eagles and stuff.
It's inbred into our DNA.
Yeah.
And we be careful of anything that's not human. It's just, that's how we were back then. That's how we are now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now, one thing that is honestly pretty close by me that I kind of want to investigate a bit is there's actually like 3 or 4 different cryptids here in Missouri that I want to take a look at. There's there's Momo, the Missouri monster.
Right.
There is the Beeman monster, which people say is like an escaped gorilla from a crashed circus train, but I'm not entirely sure on that one. There is...
Oh, that would be interesting.
That would be, yeah. There is... Have you ever heard of the butterfly people of Joplin?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, nobody really hears about them. I mean, like, they kind of seem like the polar opposite to Mothman, because Mothman comes to warn people and then he leaves and then lets the disaster happen. The butterfly people were actively saving people during the Joplin tornado.
Oh, very interesting.
Which is something really, really weird and unheard of. Then there's the Ozark Howler as well, which is a really cool one again as well, but...
that's funny. We were just talking about the Ozark Howler over on Venomous Fringe. We want to do a show on that.
Oh, that would be cool, yeah. Because, I mean, I live about 2 hours away from the Ozarks, so, I mean, I could definitely go down there and try checking that out. I mean, people think it could be like some kind of wildcat or a dog or a wildcat, wild dog hybrid, but...
it could be.
Because there's so many different variations and various descriptions of that creature, so it's really hard to tell what exactly it could be.
Right. Well, let's face it, any of these cryptids could actually just be some animal that we haven't identified yet.
Right, new species are getting discovered all the time, so it could be anything.
Exactly, yeah.
Then
it's possible that, Dogman's just some kind of canine that learned how to walk upright. It's entirely possible.
Mm-hmm. I really kind of want to check, do some more research into the Thunderbird, because the sighting with Marlon Lowe and everything that happened in Illinois, which is just a state over from me, so I'd like to kind of do some more research into that a little bit more, because that's a really interesting case.
Yeah, Thunderbirds are fascinating too.
Oh yeah,
they really are. People have seen them in Arizona as well as Mexico.
Even Texas, I heard too.
Yeah. Actually, Tombstone, which isn't too far away from me, has that famous picture where some cowboys shot a pterodactyl.
Oh wait, that's where that was from? Tombstone?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That's literally about 20 minutes away from where I live.
Really?
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Oh, that's cool. Now, there's people out there that believe that the Thunderbird is like a pterodactyl or some other giant extinct bird from the Ice Age. What do you think about that? Because I mean, the Native Americans' description of the Thunderbird kind of differs from a pterodactyl, so I'm not entirely sure.
The thing is, though, is with pterodactyls, we originally thought they were reptilian, but new scientific data suggests they had feathers.
Really?
So, it could be some kind of condor, a giant condor.
It could be, very well, yeah. Because, I mean, I've seen, in books and stuff, artists and everything, they draw the Thunderbird, as a giant condor. So... Yeah,
and they usually depict it as a black bird. It's got black feathers, and that's what condors have.
That is, yeah.
So it could just be a prehistoric condor that's extremely large. Condors themselves are huge anyway.
The California condor is the largest known one that we know of today.
Yeah, look how big those things are.
Even though there's so few of them.
Huh?
There's
so it could be a condor.
I'm actually going to look that up right now, see if there were any prehistoric condors. There is a giant prehistoric condor called Pelagornis sandersi.
And that name is fast.
Oh yeah, but no, this thing dwarfs a great albatross. It dwarfs a bald eagle, common gull, turkey vulture.
Right.
It's like you could probably like put like, I'd say at least like 3 great albatrosses on each wing, and because this thing is a 24 wingspan, this the albatross has an 11-foot wingspan, so really it's like 2.5. But
Imagine seeing that, though. If you were someone from way back when and you saw that in the sky, what are you going to think?
that's very true.
Yeah, you're going to think Thunderbird right away.
Then there's also like another condor one that actually resembles more of a condor than anything. It's called Argentavis, and it's essentially just a giant prehistoric condor.
Even if we saw those nowadays, we'd still think Thunderbird.
Right.
Because we're not seeing the prehistoric creatures like that. To us, they're dead. So we're not going to be used to seeing them at all.
Mm-hmm. And there's like a comparison next to this Argentavis magnificus. It dwarfs a harpy eagle, and harpy eagles, like, if you've seen a harpy eagle, those things are massive. So this thing dwarfing that is...
Yeah.
And standing up, it's like about as tall as a full-grown man, and the story with Marlon Lowe being picked up by a giant bird, that thing definitely had enough power to lift up a 10-year-old boy and drop him a few feet away.
Right. Yeah, it would have to be huge.
Yeah.
It definitely would have to be a gigantic bird.
Because bald eagles, they're big, but they're light. Like most of the birds that we know of today, they're big, but they're light, so they can actually get off the ground.
Right, exactly, yeah. Actually, most of them are afraid of humans, too.
Yeah.
They really will not mess with a human unless they absolutely have to. Even then, they'll try to avoid it.
So, we don't know, like, but like if there's something bigger than a human that... Like, if there's something bigger than a human that, like, literally has no known natural predators, it's not going to be scared of anything, and it'll just go for whatever it wants.
Yeah, coming with the Apex title comes that lack of fear.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know they're big, they're in charge, they can screw things up, so they're going to do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm. Like great white sharks in the ocean, they're not scared of, like, a little, like, angelfish or something. It's the opposite way around, so...
No. Exactly.
But yeah, no, Thunderbirds are interesting, but what I really want to see is I want to go to Alton, Illinois and view the Piasa bird painting. Because that's another really interesting one. It's like half bear, half bird, half dragon, and half lion.
It makes you wonder what they had seen to actually get inspired to paint that, doesn't it?
Yeah, like, I mean... like in ancient, like, ruins and stuff, like in Egypt and Mesopotamia, like the gods, like what inspired them to, like, make Anubis the way he did, what inspired them to make Thoth the way they did.
Yeah, it's very perplexing. It really, really is. And once you try starting to research that, you just go down a rabbit hole.
Then there's like the whole ancient aliens theory with like the Anunnaki and all that from like Nibiru.
Yeah, that's a great thing about this cryptid world is you can really put any theory out there and it actually makes sense.
Like if you have enough evidence to back it up, like you can't be like, oh yeah, the Kasai Rex was just Barney the dinosaur one day. He went to Africa, and they're like, oh, there he is.
Yeah, that wouldn't work out too well.
Yeah, no, you got to have the like basic evidence and basic backing to have it work.
Right. I'm going to put you on hold for one quick second, but I shall return.
Absolutely, yeah. That really does make me think, though, like, how many cryptids could actually be surviving prehistoric animals? like the Manticore could be like this. There's like this one creature, I can't remember the name of it. It's not the Ankylosaurus. It's like from the Ice Age era. It's like Dodecarus or something, I believe it's called. It has like a shell, and it has like, it's a mammal, and it has hair. It has like a spiked tail that can swing back and forth. And that could have honestly inspired the Legend of the Manticore as well. And like how the Legend of the Cyclops was inspired by mammoth skulls or elephant skulls.
Okay, I apologize for that. My dog was scratching at my door.
Oh, no, you're good. But, yeah, I was just telling the audience, like, how many, like, cryptids could actually be, like, ancient animals. Because, like, the Legend of the Cyclops was inspired because, like, they found the mammoth skulls and everything. And that had the giant hole in the center where the trunk was. They're like, that's an eye socket.
Very true, yeah. Well, we're always discovering new animals, too, like the billy apes. The billy apes were discovered recently.
Oh, yeah, no, like that new chimpanzee species.
Yeah, exactly. So, some of these cryptids could be unknown animals. Some of them, not all of them. Like the Wendigo is not going to fall into an animal category.
Yeah, no, that's more like paranormal, supernatural kind of creature.
Yeah, precisely.
Mm-hmm.
That one does terrify me, though. I don't ever want to see a Wendigo.
Oh, no, same here. If I saw one, I'd probably, like, shit myself, legit.
I join you in that. That's what I'd be doing, too, or having a heart attack.
Yeah, yeah, either way, or just, like, pass the fuck out and it would just get me, but...
Well, hopefully it kills you quick.
Yeah. Then there's, like, I kind of feel like the Native Americans, like, they know more than, like, we do now, because they were here first. They had, like, all the knowledge of, like, the nature and everything, like, all the animals and everything, so they've seen some shit that we haven't yet, for sure.
Oh, they definitely have, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, the Fresno Nightcrawlers, those have, like, Native American ties as well.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure almost every cryptid has something to do with Native American lore. They know something about it.
Now, really...
they're much more observant than we are, so...
Oh, absolutely. Now, a really interesting Native American creature was, like, the Nalusa. It's like, you know what that is, though, right? It's like this... Yeah, for you guys that don't know, it's like this weird, kind of, like... It's like a creature that can, like, disappear and fade into the shadows and everything and kind of follows you. And, like, you gotta kind of wonder, like, what made them think that. Like, if it was all mythology, what inspired this? Like, what is the actual Nalusa?
I think some of them came up from, their morals. It was actually a morality call where they created certain things to kind of create taboos and certain social structures.
Kind of like the boogeyman, like, hey kid, you don't go to bed early, the boogeyman's gonna come out from under your bed and get you.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Or like, if you're not good, Santa Claus won't bring you any presents.
Exactly, that too.
But I don't know, it's just they definitely know more than we do, and because they were here first, they know the land, they know the animals.
Yeah, and they actually interacted with these things for a while.
Oh, yeah.
They've had those direct interactions, whereas we haven't had those yet. Mm-hmm. We've had encounters, sure, but those aren't interactions.
And then we kind of also do, in a way, have to take into account sometimes, because I know they also took, like, those hallucinogens and everything and kind of get, like, in contact with the gods, so it's...
Like peyote?
Yeah. So sometimes it's hard to, like, differentiate, like, the hallucination from the real thing, too, so we kind of have to take that into account as well, but I do feel like...
Yeah, I suppose to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
To an extent, though, I mean, you gotta think that they knew things better than we did.
Right.
They had to track everything, they knew what tracks belonged to, and they were saying these things existed, so there has to be a lot to that.
And, like, in the stories, like, about the Wendigo and the Skinwalker, like, they know, like, how to cleanse yourself of a Skinwalker to get it away from you. They know how to kill a Skinwalker. Right. They know, like, all this stuff about it, so they've definitely had some encounters with them in the past, and...
Most definitely, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny with the Wendigo, how they say kill it with fire.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, wait, the silver bullet. That's the skinwalker. I was thinking one to go, but no, that's the skinwalker.
Yeah, or the werewolf, as some people like to say.
Yeah. Now, do you believe in werewolves, or do you think that the Dogman is a werewolf, or do you think what's your opinion on that?
I don't think dogmen are werewolves, so to speak. I think they inspired the tales.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Europeans were seeing dogmen and they weren't really sure what they were, so they gave them the whole metamorphosis of a man changing into a beast, and they gave them the whole weakness of killing with silver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that goes back to the Beast of Baden.
Oh yeah.
So I could see why people would think that would work, but no, I don't think Dogman is werewolf, though. I think they're two different species now. I think, you have Dogman, then you get the mythology that's the werewolf.
Right, but so...
Dogman reality.
Mm-hmm. So, to sum it up, you don't believe that werewolves are real, but Dogman is.
Exactly.
Right. And then I remember last week when I did the French cryptids, you said the Beast of Gévaudan was one of your favorites. Do you think that's a Dogman, or what do you think about the Beast of Gévaudan?
I think it's possible it was a Dogman, but I think it's more likely that it was a type of wolf, a very strong wolf.
Yeah, I was thinking, like I mentioned last week, it could be a dire wolf, but...
Oh yeah, definitely. Or a type of black wolf, too. Black wolves are actually very huge in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a funny thing. It's actually very funny because, American wolves, they were so much smaller than the European wolves.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, those were huge. We think they're big here in America? No, not at all.
Ours are like the size of huskies, maybe even a little bit bigger, but dear God, over there.
The bear dogs almost in Europe.
Oh, yeah.
These things were gigantic.
Now, either way, though, it could have been a black wolf, like you said, and then there's, even occasions of, animals that go, feral and, literally attack people, like the Manning lions of Tsavo.
Yeah, that was a very interesting story as well.
Yeah, I know, they actively hunted people, that was their main target people.
And they figured out ways around their defenses as well.
And, knew, hey, this is where a person lives, I need to get to this person, I need to figure out how to get this person.
That shows a high level of intelligence, especially for a lion.
And no, the thing that's really weird about those two, they actually used, guerrilla tactics, they did, strike and fade, essentially.
They really did.
And then...
they actually tested systematic weaknesses, too.
Mm-hmm. And I know, one of them acted as a distraction while the other one went for it.
Yep. Yeah, they were incredibly intelligent for lions.
And then but they were eventually killed by that one hunter. He got one of them, and the other one ran away, and then he found it a few days later or something, and killed that one, and now they're in the Field Museum in Chicago.
Yep. Yeah, and it was all due to some bad teeth. Actually, one of the lions had very, very bad teeth.
Is that what made him go crazy, or?
For the most part, but I think what happened there is they got a taste for human blood, and they just found out that they liked it. So they kept coming back for more, back for more.
Just hey, this is good. Let's get more of this.
Yeah, hey, these humans are good eating. Hell yeah.
It's like going to your favorite restaurant for the first time. This is really good. Let's go back again and get more.
Good analogy.
Yeah. But, yeah, those lions those things were crazy, though. And it took them so long to actually get hunted down and killed.
Yeah, and the interesting part is they were young lions at that.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like they were seasoned veterans or anything. They were fairly young, so, yeah, they knew what they were doing, though.
And what's even weirder is they weren't even part of a pride. They were just, two rogue feral lions.
Yeah, they were two brothers, yep. Two rogue brothers.
So, I mean, and, you always hear about the lions, in the in prides and everything, but this was just abnormally strange. And I don't know, I guess it could have been a Scar thing from the Lion King, they were banished from the pride or something, but we just were yeah, no, we're doing this by ourselves. But it was just a weird case.
It could very well be that every animal has a rogue. Every kind has a rogue.
Oh yeah, there's those rogue elephants that you hear about every now and then, rogue wolves, the lone wolf, which very well could have been the Beast of Gévaudan, because you didn't but there were accounts that there were two of them at the time, but they weren't hunting together or anything.
Yep, and then you have rogue sharks, of course.
Oh, definitely. Oh, like this one girl in the Bahamas, like back in 2019, was killed by a lemon shark of all sharks.
It's actually interesting because they think the great white is the most dangerous of all, but it's not. Science has proven that lemon sharks, sand sharks, and even tiger sharks are far more dangerous than the great whites.
Mm-hmm. And lemon sharks, they were once believed to be like super, super peaceful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same with nurse sharks. Nurse sharks were thought to be docile and gentle. They're really not.
I mean, really, like the only like safe shark until proven otherwise is the whale shark.
Yeah, or the Greenland shark.
Oh yeah, the Greenland shark. That thing's an old shark though. It's like a ancient shark species.
It's kind of creepy looking as well.
Oh yeah, no, the goblin shark though. That thing's fucking nuts.
That thing's ugly as sin.
Yeah, and there could be like so many like undiscovered creatures, cryptids, all that like deep down in the sea because we know more about space than we do our own ocean.
How sad is that?
That's really sad. But I mean, we just can't go down any further as of now because the water pressure is just so intense. But I mean, who knows what could be living down there? Like all these new species, like the Dumbo octopus was recently discovered, which is cute as shit, and I want 20 of them.
Well, so was the kraken, the giant squid.
Yeah, no, that was like recently discovered too. So
first time filmed in U.S. coastal waters.
So really, that just goes to show you that anything can be out there. That's like why.
Absolutely.
That's like my argument. Well, this doesn't exist. Just like there's new creatures being discovered all the time. Anything's possible.
Yeah, we haven't labeled everything yet. We haven't discovered every species out there. I doubt that'll ever happen.
Even new plants are being discovered too.
Every day.
Every day, yeah. And who knows? One of them could eventually come down the line and be like the cure for cancer or something. We just got to find the right plant. But it's out there somewhere.
Indeed.
But no, I do want to go like cryptid exploring sometime though soon. Like I've done ghosts and everything, but I've never actually been out in the field like looking for cryptids before, and I think that would be like a really fun like day trip or something.
Make sure you map out your area. If you're going to go out, make sure you map it out ahead of time so you don't get lost, and take more than one person with you.
Oh, absolutely.
A GPS always handy. And of course, you do have to go armed nowadays.
Right, because crazy animals, crazy people.
Right, and you don't want to go missing because of that.
Right. Now, speaking of missing, you just kind of gave like a good segue. What's your like opinion on like the missing 411 cases?
That's something I'm torn on. I mean, I do hear people say that the cryptids are behind this.
Mm-hmm.
And that is very possible. That could be, but for all of them, I don't think so. There's far more dangerous things out there than just cryptids.
Mm-hmm.
The cruelest of animals is going to be human beings.
Oh, definitely.
We actually pre-plot things. We sit there wondering how we can get to somebody, how we can hurt somebody, how we can kill somebody. So could it be humans doing this as well? Absolutely. Some of them might be cryptids, but accidents also happen out in the wilderness all the time.
But there's like this one weird case that I read about when I was doing like my missing 411 stream about like a year ago, and it was like from like the 1800s or something. This one girl went missing in a park, like a national park, because that's where all these stories take place in, and they eventually found her, but she was like far away from where she was last seen and everything, and they asked her like where she been, and then she said this bear picked her up, took her in, and like kind of protected her, like held her in its arms and everything, and then like it wouldn't let her leave, and then the wolf came in and it was like walking on its back legs, gave her some berries in its paw, and then after she ate the berries or something, they let her go.
Yeah, that happened recently too. There was another kid that went missing, and he talked about how a big bear kept him warm.
That's real. Was that, you said recently, like 2019 recently,
yeah.
or?
More 2018.
I did not hear about that one, honestly.
Yeah, it was very interesting because he told everybody about this bear that kept him warm. Why would a bear do that? And then the bear actually returned him to the spot he went missing.
That's really, I did not hear. I'll have to read about that because it seems like whenever the kids go missing and they come up alive, they always talk about a bear and a wolf, or sometimes just one of each, but mostly the bear.
Right.
So, I mean, and like kids, they know, like kids make stuff up, but I mean, like if all these kids are saying, like this bear helped me out, this wolf helped me out, there's got to be something to that.
Absolutely. They got to look into it a little bit more. I mean, even though kids may not know things scientifically, their innocence doesn't really allow them to lie, though. I mean, yeah, they might be making it up, but are they going to actually knowingly lie to us as little kids?
That's very true. And like who knows, it might not be a bear at all. It might be something like they're little kids, and like the closest thing that they can think of is a bear. That's a bear.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the closest proximity they have.
Right.
You know, because that age, they're not going to know, oh, it's a Sasquatch, it's a Bigfoot, it's a Dogman. They're not going to know that. They're going to know it's furry, it's big, it's bigger than I am, so it's got to be a bear.
Mostly brown fur, bear, yeah.
Right.
Like,
and that's very intriguing. But then you get the polar opposite of that. You get the Dennis Martin case. Have you ever heard about that one?
I believe I have. It's been a while. But
that was a tragic case. That was very sad.
Wasn't that the one where the kid went missing and they found like his dead body or something?
Oh, no. Dennis Martin actually disappeared while he was playing hide and go seek with a cousin. And his dad was watching him from a distance, and he went behind a bush and just disappeared.
He just vanished.
Yeah, and very strangely, another family who coincidentally had the last name of Martin as well, they witnessed a very tall being carrying what appeared to be a sack. And the dad later decided that it wasn't a sack this thing was carrying, it was a little boy.
Really?
Yeah. And they never, ever learned what happened to Dennis Martin.
He's still missing to this day.
Yeah, 50 years later, his parents have died not knowing what happened to their son.
Damn, that's got to be hard, honestly.
Yeah. It really is. It's very heartbreaking because they actually stayed in the house he grew up in with that high hope that he would return home.
Oh, damn. But they said, some being, some creature, picked him up and took him away.
Yeah. Yep. So it must have been waiting behind that bush, and when he went behind it, just nabbed him up and ran off for it.
Did they describe what the creature looked like, or was it like the bear?
They said it was very tall, and it looked like it was wearing all black, and it had fur on it. And it had a little sack under its arm, and they thought it was just a sack, but it was actually the kid.
Huh. So we don't know if the kid's still alive and the thing's taking care of it or what, but...
Yeah, I mean, he could be alive, but I think he's probably dead by now. But if you want, I can link the people in the chat to that case.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But
I'll link them in
there. That's a really weird case and everything, too. But, like, what was I going to say now, honestly? Like, people say that, like, each, national park has, like, its own guardian or something, and people believe that's what's doing it.
It could very well be. It could, but I still think that, more of the missing cases are going to be more towards human causes.
Right.
But, we can't go and blame cryptids for it. Sure, we don't know what cryptids are, but if we go and label them now, it's going to be a mistake.
But the bear and wolf cases are definitely weird ones, for sure.
Oh, very much so. Very, very much so. And they deserve further investigation. And I would love to be a fly on the wall to learn what I could on that.
And then there's, like, people say, like, that the park rangers are, like, know about it, too, and everything. They just don't want to tell people because they're worried, like, the park revenue's going to go down and everything, but that's, like, conspiracy theory level and everything.
Well, it's conspiracy theory, but in the same breath, I think it might be a reality, because if you stop and think about it, if people were to come forward and say these things do exist, without a doubt, they are real, they are in our forests, it's going to create a massive panic.
And people aren't going to want to visit the parks anymore.
Right, and with that goes the revenue. There'd be no money.
That's very true.
So they have to be careful.
And then David Polita is, like, he's kind of like a controversial figure in all of this, but he asked the head of like the park services and everything, like I think like for the nation or something, or the person who's in charge of like the parks. He asked like how much money would it take for them to release the file that like details like all the missing people and what exactly happened to them. And at first the parks were like, they were like, no file exists, there's no such thing. And then he asked again, he's like, how much money would it take? And then they said like $4 billion.
I think they're jerking his chain, really. I don't think they would ever release that much information. Mm-hmm. Not to the public.
Right. I mean, let alone a David Politis.
Right, and with him, with David, you either love him or you hate him.
Yeah, there's like no gray area. It's just either black or white. You love him, you hate him.
Right, you have those cryptid researchers. Some of them love him to death, and some of them just want to see him die.
Oh yeah, no. And like he coined the term for missing 411.
Yeah, he did.
And then like I still have like all these videos in my playlists on my YouTube channel to watch, but I just haven't watched them because they're all like 50 minutes long, and like I have 5 of them on there. I don't want to waste that much time in a day, but
they really are very long. They are.
Yeah,
did you ever notice those cases? They say that the clothes are found all neatly folded.
Yeah, no, that's the scary thing.
Well, my question is though, why would it say a Sasquatch or a Dogman take time to fold the clothes? That makes no sense whatsoever.
Like, a person could do that, for sure.
Yeah, a person could do it, but don't you think if a Dogman tried to do it, he might tear up the clothes with his claws a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. With that part, I'm kind of leaning towards more human involvement.
And then what about the ones where, like, the people, like, the kids' bodies, like, they looked in this one area, like, 50 times, and then all of a sudden, the body's there?
Right, so that would show that someone or something of intelligence is watching the search happen. And it decides to toy with the searchers and be like, oh, here's the body, by the way.
Like, putting it, like... And then there's, like, the ones where, like, the people are found alive, but they're, like, far, far away from, like, the camp. Like, there was, like, one account of, like, this kid who went missing, and they were found, like, naked on top of a mountain. Like, far, far away from town and camp.
It's very interesting when that kind of case comes up.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have to wonder what kind of details are not being told to us, because I'm sure there's details being withheld. Right,
or like the person or somebody just is like too traumatized to remember that or talk about it, or like they blocked it out of their memory.
But see, I think they use that as an excuse. I think they give us that whole, oh, he was too traumatized to remember. I'm not sure if that always happens, though. I mean, there's got to be something.
Right. Like that old saying, like an elephant never forgets. Like if something that bad happens to you, like you're gonna remember that.
Exactly. I mean, you might block it out for a short time, but sooner or later you are gonna remember. This is what chased me down. This is what did this to me. So you're gonna start leaking details as your memory comes back.
It's kind of like in the movie A Serbian Film or something, when the guy just doesn't remember anything, and then it slowly starts coming back to him.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I don't know, there's a lot that doesn't quite make sense just yet, but hopefully one day it will.
Oh, definitely. Because, yeah, missing 411's, like, really, really odd, so it could be, like, anything,
yeah,
really.
Honestly, as a researcher, I'm kind of against the missing 411, because a lot of people, they're willing and eager to kill these things now. They want to kill every cryptid they see just because they blame missing 411 on them. We don't have any proof that it was them. Okay, yeah, we don't have any proof it wasn't them, but until we have concrete evidence that they did do this, we're going to go out and kill these things that we don't even know about. Why?
Right, like you said, it could just be a person or something, like a creepy person, because there's scary people out there in the world.
As a researcher, I'd rather find a live specimen to study than a body.
Right.
Because after a while, that dead body's going to decay, and we can't study it anymore, so then we have to go out and get another one, go get another one, go get another one. It's a vicious cycle.
Until, like, everything's dead and extinct.
Yeah, we'll be doing what humans do best, kill everything.
Oh, yeah. Then there's, like, oh, crap, I forgot what I was actually going to say there for a minute, but I'm sure it'll come back to me, but, yeah, no, like, I don't even remember what I was going to say now. that happens, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, no, just with anything, you just got to be careful wherever you go, because like the scariest thing, like you said, could be a person.
Exactly, or one misstep and you could break your leg or whatever.
Right, like because some of those woods, like the rocks are slippery. There's like ditches in there you could just step in, fall in.
Yeah, and then you get the smaller animals to worry about. Rattlesnakes out here, one bite from a rattlesnake, you're screwed.
Oh, absolutely, and ticks.
Yeah, scorpions, spiders, you name it. There's a lot of dangers out there.
Definitely, and like it may not be what you're looking for, but still should be equally as scared of it.
Right. So as you're looking ahead, there might be something right next to you that's dangerous to you that you're not aware of.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, like the rattlesnake behind the rock, the tarantula like underneath your foot, the whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the more you get out there, though, the more you start to realize what's dangerous, what's not, and always have your wits about you.
And then poison ivy too. Gotta always be careful of that shit.
Yeah, that stuff sucks. I've gotten plenty of that in the past.
Oh no! So far, I've been lucky enough not to have gotten it, but
actually, when I first started doing research, I actually rolled down a hill and I fell into a whole patch of poison ivy.
Oh no!
I had it from head to toe.
Oh,
it totally
no.
sucked, dude. That was terrible.
Someone I know is like allergic to poison ivy, so if they get poison ivy, it's like 10 times as bad for them.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, just careful out there, to you and your audience. Just be careful when you go out there.
Absolutely.
Don't take any unnecessary risks.
And always go with a group.
Yes, definitely. As many people as you can, and make sure you trust those people too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if you can, go out armed, and by means, take cameras too. Because if you see something, take a shot.
Right. Oh,
have some video, some film, whatever you can do.
When he said take a shot, that actually made me remember what I forgot earlier.
Okay.
There's like this, I remember like watching Monster Quest, like back in the day, they mentioned something, there's like this old Native American legend that's like, if you like shoot at Bigfoot or something, you'll die with, like, shoot and kill Bigfoot, you'll die within a year or something now. I don't know.
Their superstition beliefs?
Yeah.
Well, other researchers will tell you if you shoot a Sasquatch, then it'll come back to get revenge on you.
Right, like its family or something, or like if you kill it.
But yeah, we kind of covered that a little bit in the Ape Canyon episode.
Okay, well, I'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah.
But
they had shot at one, and during that nighttime, they came back and they were trying to get to these guys in the cabin.
They trying to get into the cabin?
Oh, yeah. They were throwing boulders at the rooftop. They were trying to knock down the plankings to get inside. They were, pushing on the door. They were trying to get in there.
And was that because they shot at one of them?
Yeah. Yep, that's a revenge right there.
I feel like if you're nice to Bigfoot, it's nice to you, but if you're a dick to Bigfoot, it'll fuck with you.
Oh, absolutely. That's pretty much same to be said about anything, any cryptid really. You fuck with Dogman, he's going to fuck with you. You fuck with Bigfoot, he's going to fuck with you. But just remember, these things are faster and stronger than you are. So don't try to mess with them purposely.
And it's really the same with, like, any animal, too. Like, you mess with a tiger or something, it's going to fuck you up. If you mess with, like, a lion, you're going to have a bad time.
Exactly. And, just use your wits. Use common sense. I know it's not very common these days, but use common sense when you...
But, like, there's, like, this one I follow, like, this one Bigfoot group on Facebook, and somebody posted, like, this link that, like, I didn't read the link, but I just screenshotted it because it was the funniest thing I've ever read. Like, people shot at Bigfoot, and then it attacked their meth lab.
Okay, that's interesting. I've never heard that one before.
I'll have to find the link and I'll send it to you, but Bigfoot attacked someone's meth lab because they shot at it.
Oh, that's crazy. The stuff that people make up for pertaining to cryptids, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, that's a sad thing too, because it's hard to find out like what's fact and what's fake.
Right, and what do you make of all the supernatural abilities they give into Bigfoot and Dogman? Do you think those are legit, or?
I'm not really big into that, no.
No, me neither. I mean.
Okay, thank God. That's why I was skeptical to say it at first, but no, fuck that.
No, just when you add too much of the supernatural to it, then the science is going to say, okay, screw you guys, you're a bunch of nuts. So they're not even going to look into it. So saying they can mind speak or use telepathy, that's, I don't know.
There's like this one YouTuber or something that or like one of my friends is like really, really like does a lot of research into Bigfoot was talking to someone and they said that like Bigfoot like phased through their bedroom wall or something.
Yeah, that's another thing that people say is that they can cloak and phase.
Yeah,
now, okay, I will buy that they might have translucent fur because polar bears have translucent fur,
right?
And so I could see that they could kind of cloak them. It's not going to make them like the predator. They're not going to be there 1 minute and the next minute just gone.
Right, and then right behind you, ready to snap your neck. That's not how it works.
Right? Yeah, they're not going to rip out your spine, and be like, yeah. No, it doesn't work like that.
Somebody needs to make that a comic, though, because that would be funny as shit to see.
That would be awesome to see. I'd buy it. But, look at polar bears. Polar bears actually have translucent fur.
Mm-hmm.
They're not actually white like we think they are. It's just that their fur is translucent and it's absorbing the light, and it's making them look white.
Right, and then take them out of that environment, they don't look as white as you once thought. They're still going to look white, right, but
they're more of a dingy yellow.
Yeah. Like if you see a polar bear at the zoo or something.
Right. Same with peacocks. Peacocks aren't actually blue.
Oh, they're not?
No, they have transparent cells, and their cells are absorbing the light and reflecting the light to make them look blue.
I did not even know that, honestly.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, something that you'll notice in a lot of the Bigfoot researchers is they'll use certain aspects of science, and then they'll tell you science is bad.
Yeah, no, I've
because they don't want you to look into all avenues to see if this really lines up.
Right.
Then when you dare present your counter theory to them, they will get really pissed off at you.
Oh, like one of my friends got kicked out of a Facebook group, like a Bigfoot Facebook group, because like he was bringing up science and like they were all talking about like Bigfoot was like God's perfect creation, more pure than man and stuff, and he brought up like science, and they got offended, messaged him, and kicked him out.
I'm not surprised. I am not surprised in the slightest, because I get guff all the time. People talk shit to me mad on Facebook, but we were talking the other day about how they think that Bigfoot isn't a primate. And I was trying to tell them, biologically, they are a primate. We're a primate biologically.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the definition of what a primate is, yes, humans are a primate. Then Sasquatch would be a primate as well.
I mean, yeah, humans are a primate, and I feel like people forget that.
It's because when you say primate, they automatically think monkey. So they think that you're saying humans are monkeys. No. We're not saying simian. We're saying primate.
Which is like on the same par as like chimpanzees, gorillas, and all that. They're primates.
Right. But when you tell them, humans are primates and gorillas are primates, they get really offended at you. They think that you're talking shit. You're dissing the Bible. It's just, no, guys, I'm not doing that, so shut up. But
Mm-hmm. Like my one friend got like a message from somebody that was like saying like how Bigfoot is God's perfect creation because they didn't eat the apple. They're like more in tune with nature. They're a harmonious bunch and they have a great sense of humor.
Oh, I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that theory before, and I just kind of laughed at that one.
Yeah, no, like if you go back and like check out some of my other streams, it was with one guy named Thomas. We went over like a bunch of that stuff, and he just read like all the weird shit that he was sent.
There's so much weird shit out there. Some of it you just gotta roll your eyes and go, whatever.
Yeah.
Because if you get involved in that shit, dude, your IQ's gonna drop.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna be like, what the fuck? I'm stupider than I was before. The hell?
And then there's like the people that are like, Bigfoot is the missing link in evolution.
Right. Or, they're some kind of spiritual being sent to correct our errors and all that. No.
Yeah. Like, God sent them here. They're angels.
And there's too many theories out there that make you just go, yeah, okay.
Then you get like then you get like the people that are like on like line and everything. They take like pictures of like anything. Like this is a picture of a Bigfoot cloaking, and
oh, pareidolia. Yes, pareidolia. Oh my goodness. I have to deal with so many photos of that it's just, it's nerve-wracking. It really is, because they'll take a picture of a tree stump, and you can tell it's a tree stump. And they claim, no, that's a Bigfoot. And you're like, no, it's a tree stump.
That's just a Bigfoot crouching down to get a drink of water by the stream. No, you troglodyte, it's a tree stump.
Or they take pictures of shadows and they say the shadow is a Bigfoot cloaking.
Yeah, no, there's like this one picture I found on Facebook. I'll have to send it to you if I can find it. But I left that group because it was just nuts. But it was like this one. It was like this person who was like in a hospital bed. Like it was like from the CCTV cam. They were like dying in their hospital bed, and it said, and there's like this like gorilla like Bigfoot looking creature standing on their chest, and they're like going on like, see, Bigfoot appeared to someone dying in a hospital. They were here to comfort them in their last dying moments.
Oh,
Bigfoot is a guardian angel. Bigfoot is a guardian angel and here to usher them into the afterlife.
That is just ridiculous.
You can tell it's clearly photoshopped.
But the other thing is a lot of people romanticize Bigfoot.
Oh yeah, no. Like when I looked up Bigfoot, I found like weird like Bigfoot like porno fanfics and everything.
That is disgusting that even exists.
It sadly does.
It does go along that theory. I mean, people have that theory that Sasquatch breeds with humans on a regular basis.
Oh yeah, like there's like that one case about like in this one other country where this one almost breeded with like this one woman and created like a half human, half Bigfoot like offspring, and it was like this one lady that they captured. Like some of her children died like early on, but then one of them lived to be a full age, and then I think they like did like a DNA test, and it was like half human, half something unknown.
Right. Yeah, I think there's rare cases where maybe interbreeding happens.
Right.
But let's be honest here. I mean, if you go along the theory, what people say, if Sasquatch were to use humans to interbreed, where would all the people go? I mean, does he have dates? Does he have a grinder? A Tinder account?
Bigfoot secretly gay confirmed.
Right? So it's just like these people don't really think about the biology of it all.
Right.
But yeah, biology is something you have to apply.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they think science is evil or what, science is what's going to give you the answers.
Oh, definitely. And like, with Bigfoot and everything too, like you're saying about biology, like if the chromosomes like don't match up exactly right, you can't breed. Like a human can't breed with a dog per se and get like an Anubis creature.
Exactly. Yeah, it's an argument I was having earlier today with somebody.
Really?
Funnily enough. Yeah, this person was bound and determined to prove her point that Dogman is indeed part human because it has mitochondrial DNA.
What?
Yeah, it's a very interesting, if not confusing, subject. I don't know if you've heard of Melba Ketchum.
That sounds familiar.
Okay, Ketchum did some DNA work, supposedly on both Sasquatch and Dogman, okay?
Yeah.
Now, according to her study, the DNA came from a Dogman that was hit by a car.
Okay.
Now, it's interesting, very interesting that she got the DNA, but, the body just up and vanished. And so she did research into this study, and according to her, it has the mitochondrial DNA of a human woman, but the rest is canine.
What the
I know, it wouldn't work out really if you do the research on it, but a lot of people believe that she is 100% correct.
Was that the person that you're having the argument with today then?
No. It was some follower of hers that I'm just, okay, yeah, you're an expert, so...
Some member of like a weird Dogman is half human cult or something.
Right? Probably somebody that would meet with a Dogman if she had a chance.
It's like that one YouTuber.
Right?
But, no, Dogman is... Yeah, no, Dogman's not half human or half dog.
No, because, it's the name. The name Dogman actually confuses people. Because
Right.
if you're a Dogman, you're going to think, oh, it is part human. But the thing is these things have been seen walking on all fours as well.
Right, which means that they're capable of like doing both, but
Right, and if you actually look at wolves, for example, wolves can actually stand up on two legs when they have to.
To kind of like sniff around a little bit before going back down. Like even some dogs, like domesticated dogs, they can stand up on their hind legs at times too. And there's like ones that don't have front legs and they had to adapt, so they stood up so they can stand up on both their back legs, and that's how they walk.
Right, and a dogman could be a product of convergent evolution. You ever heard of that before?
I've heard the term, but I forgot exactly what it is.
Okay, what it is when two or more species evolve in a similar fashion. Mm-hmm. So it's possible that dogman evolved like we did to walk upright. If you look at some apes will actually walk upright on two legs as we do.
Right. It could, that could honestly be possible.
Yeah. So do I think they breed with humans? No, I think it's more likely with Sasquatch, because as disturbing as it is, we can actually interbreed with apes, and that's actually kind of a scary thought.
I did not know that, honestly.
Yeah, because they are closely related to us, but the ironic thing is everybody wants to say, oh, we're instantly related because we have a certain amount of common DNA. Well, the thing is, pigs have similar DNA, sheep have similar DNA, mice have similar DNA, and actually, bananas have the same DNA as us. Right,
it's just off by 1% or something, and...
Right. Oh, you've done your homework, okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm impressed.
But yeah, no, pigs are so closely related to human, then I'd say probably even more closely related than apes are, honestly, because all that.
Yeah. The closest relation we have is actually a field mouse.
I did not know that, but I mean, I really only knew about the pigs and the banana, but I didn't know the field mouse.
Yeah, I believe the field mouse is 99.8% of our DNA.
So
you gotta wonder, how did that happen?
So it's almost human, but the 2% just makes it not.
Right, and you're not hearing anybody go, oh, hey, mice are related to us, or sheep are related to us, or pigs are related to us.
It's just like Dogman. Yeah, Dogman. He's half dog, half man because the name says it, so that means it's correct.
Right, and then you also have those people that are saying, oh, they're all government experiments.
Right.
They're experiments, right? How would they have started way back, like Dogman? Okay, the first sightings of Dogman happened in the 1800s. We could not genetically splice anything.
Unless it's fucking Jumba Jukiba from Lilo and Stitch in fucking space creating experiment 626.
Right? And then you go way back in time, and all these other races, like the Egyptians, they were speaking of Anubis long before we were genetically splicing anything.
Right, and he was seen as a god, and he's the head of a jackal, the body of a human, and something too, it says Anubis can change into a dog, his jackal form and walk on all fours.
Yeah, and that would explain Dogman going from 2 legs to 4 to 2 legs again.
Mm-hmm. And then the thing with Egyptian though is kind of hard to explain the other gods that have animal heads and all that. There's the one that essentially just has an entire scarab beetle as a head. There's Thoth. There's the bull. There's all these other gods in ancient Egypt like Ra, Horus. We don't know about most of those.
You wonder, that's another rabbit hole to go down though.
Oh yeah,
that is an entire rabbit hole unto itself.
We can even save that for another stream if you want, talking about ancient Egypt.
Oh, yeah, I'd be so game for that. Yeah, if you want to do that, that'd be great.
Oh hell yeah, I'd love that. But yeah, no, Anubis is people believe though that the ancient Egyptians were aliens that came from another planet, the ancient astronaut theory and all that. But
I think they had encounters. I think they had contact.
Right.
It would make sense because if you look at the construction of the pyramids and, not just their pyramids, but the Aztec pyramids, the Mayan pyramids, look how intricate those things were. Those things were so intricate down to the finest, last detail.
Right. And
they had to learn that.
There's these one ancient ruins. I forgot where it was exactly, but the blocks were cut perfectly, almost they were done with a laser tool, and that they didn't have laser tools back then.
No, they didn't. So it makes you wonder how they achieved this stuff.
Then in the one Indian religious book, I forgot the name of it, and I hate myself for forgetting it, but there's like drawings and paintings in that book, and it has the like battles in the sky and everything. There's like clearly like the gods like get into this ship that is like clearly a spaceship, and they're like fighting each other and everything.
Yes, yep, I've seen that one too.
And then like the little UFO and the Leonardo da Vinci painting, or I forgot who painted it, so forgive me for that, but it's like the little UFO and the painting of Jesus, Mary holding baby Jesus.
Yeah, that's actually very popular. A lot of people theorize on that one too.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard some very far-fetched theories too. That I just go, ooh, not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
Right. But yeah, there's so many.
Somebody actually once with their, they had a theory that Jesus was an alien, and I told them, dude, I'm not touching that.
Oh no, I've heard that multiple times before as well.
And, I would never ever shed a light on that, dude, because the religious people would kill me. No,
yeah, no. And then like, I mean, like they touched it on Ancient Aliens, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't know. I don't want to piss people off. I don't want to offend anyone. I'm just not going to bother with that. Right? We can talk about that probably we can talk about that later in DMs if you'd like, but
that'd be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, but Ancient Aliens was like, it's a good show, but it's weird.
Oh yeah, there's so many far-fetched theories out there that, you know, everybody loves one of them.
Oh yeah. And then
unfortunately that's just what it is.
And then the thing too, like the thing that's different between like the ancient gods and like the Christian God and everything too, like you see like the guy in the Christian religions, like he's described as being perfect, like he can do no wrong, like he's all forgiving and everything, and like he's immortal. And in ancient Egypt and like ancient Greece and all those other ones, the gods can die and everything, and they're not perfect.
Right. Most of the Greek gods were assholes.
Like Zeus. Zeus was a fucking dick, and Hera was a bitch.
Oh yeah, they were downright dicks all the time, raping women or doing whatever they wanted to do. Yeah,
and then Osiris too. Set killed Osiris, chopped up his fucking body, and threw it in a river.
They were so violent. Jesus.
Yeah, no, Set was a fucking asshole.
Yes, definitely.
But I mean, that just kind of shows, like, maybe since the Christian gods described as perfect, these guys aren't. Maybe that means like they were like actual like creatures, and not like actual gods.
Could very well be. Yeah, to make them fallible kind of shows that they were living beings, not just, you know, superior beings.
Mm-hmm, because like it seems like every guy you research in like ancient times, like, oh, they did this wrong, they did this wrong, they were jealous, they were upset, they died, they fought each other, they killed each other.
Right.
They're just like people, but bigger people, like big dicks.
Yeah, they were more realistic, more believable.
Right. And so that, like I said, that could shed some light, like, hey, these might have been like actual physical creatures rather than gods.
It could very well be. It could very well be.
Because,
you know, a funny thing is, pertaining to the dog man, you know, if you actually look up a Maine wolf and you listen to its howl, they don't actually call it a howl. They call it the howl roar, okay? Listen to a Maine wolf. That could be what a lot of people hear when they think they hear dog man.
Aren't those like found like in, like those aren't found in North America, are they?
No.
Right.
You know, the thing is, some people will say too that, you know, canines don't eat vegetables or fruits. The Maine wolf does. It actually has to eat a certain kind of fruit, because if it doesn't, its body will get sick and it'll die.
Really? I found the roar bark. I'm going to play that here really quick so the audience can hear that.
Yeah. Please do.
Let's see. Oh. That's it, yeah. Let's play that one more time. Yeah, no, that just sounds like an angry animal, just in general, but it's a really sweet animal too.
Yeah, it is, and they actually do have to eat a certain kind of fruit, though. The fruit has antibodies, and that's necessary.
Yeah,
so if they don't eat that fruit, then they can actually get very, very sick.
Yeah, and they can even die from it.
Yeah, it's a disgusting fruit. I forgot what it's called. It's absolutely disgusting, though.
Oh
But
wait,
they have to
is it the durian?
It might be.
Is it the spiky fruit?
I think so, yeah.
Let me see. I'm just gonna Google this really quick because now you got me curious.
Yeah, there's a kind of fruit that they absolutely have to eat, though. It's necessary for their well-being. So, I think, things like dogman could actually be omnivores.
They very well could be. And I mean, like, if you're going back and, like, way back in the day, like, dogs were actually, like, once herbivores, and, like, cats were the carnivores, and then I think the dogs got, like, an acquired taste of meat, and they became omnivores.
Right. That makes total sense as well.
Man wolf is omnivorous, eats armadillos, rabbits, small fish, fruits taken include guavas, and primarily the tomato like solanum like carpum? What the fuck is that?
A disgusting fruit. Don't ever try it.
Have you tried it?
I did, just out of curiosity, yeah.
Oh god, how bad was it?
Oh,
Oh, there it is. There it is. It looks like a green tomato.
yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. Don't ever try it.
So they have to eat that disgusting fruit in order to survive. So they probably like it, but
Well, it has an enzyme in it that's crucial for the digestion. And if they, that's it. And if they don't eat it, then they can't digest things properly.
it's kind of like how some animals like need to eat like swallow stones or something in order to digest their food.
The antibodies in that fruit actually stop certain illnesses from affecting that type of canine.
And Sabrina, that was the bark roar of a Maine wolf that you heard.
It's Sabrina getting all jumpy over there.
Yeah, she's like, the fuck did I just hear? In all caps.
That's Sabrina for you. No worries, Sabrina. It's not going to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a very interesting species of canine, though.
It really is.
Look how long the legs are. If you look at how long the legs are of a Maine wolf, it does show that their evolution was different.
Oh yeah, no, like they have like the longest legs of like any known wolf species.
Mm-hmm. And they still have the back hocks like normal wolves do.
Oh, they do, yeah. But they're super tall. I like their color. Their color's really nice. I like the red, but
they're beautiful. They're a beautiful species.
So, do you think the Beast of Gévaudan could be a Maine wolf? I mean, personally, for me, I don't think so, because like Maine wolves are pretty tame and calm, actually.
And they're actually kind of small in stature. They're pretty small.
Oh yeah. So
no, I don't think it could be that. Maybe a dire wolf, like you said earlier, or like a black wolf or a timber wolf.
Because they say like the Beast of Gévaudan kind of had like a mix of black and red fur, so.
Right. Yeah, it could be a type of timber wolf. It's entirely possible it was that.
It very well could be. And Sabrina says, "You hush, Ryan. I ain't getting jumpy." Oh, you read it.
Yeah, she is. She's getting jumpy.
But what about hellhounds? Like, what's your opinion or like experience with hellhounds?
I haven't encountered one myself, but I know somebody who did.
Really?
And yeah, the experience is just, God, I wouldn't want to be that person. But they actually said that they smelled death and decay as this thing's barking and snarling right at them. And once it disappeared, there was a sulfuric smell. It smelled like sulfur. That was just absolutely gut wrenching. And this thing chased them for a while.
Really?
Yeah, it took place in a cemetery.
Yeah,
and this dog just showed up out of nowhere, and it was just, ready to attack at any moment's notice. And so this person ran, and this thing chased him down, but it kept a distance on purpose.
Like it
let him go.
Like it didn't want to take him out; it just wanted to scare him out.
Right, like it was kind of showing him, hey, I could get you at any minute. but instead I'm going to toy with you a little bit.
And then I'll let you go.
Yeah, and then it's just, it cornered him, and he's staring at this thing as it's barking and snarling and lunging at him, and it just, poof, disappears.
Like in thin air.
Yeah. And he said that you could feel the heat from where it was. Like, it was like a campfire-like heat. And you could smell the sulfur in the air. It was just a very disgusting smell.
Now, I don't know if you remember that Animal Planet show, The Lost Tapes.
Oh, God, yeah. I used to watch it all the time.
But there's this one, like, episode where they covered the Hellhound, but I mean, like, that show really wasn't as accurate, like, as most shows, but it said, like, if you look at, like, a hellhound in the eyes, like, 3 times, you'll die. Now, I don't know if that's a true rumor.
Right. Well, I suppose there could be some truth behind it. I mean, if they are a demonic kind of thing, a demonic entity, then who's to say what kind of supernatural powers they have?
Right. I mean,
maybe you die from the fear. People have died from fright before.
Oh, definitely. And then, have you ever heard of, like, the Church Grims before?
Oh, yes.
Like,
I haven't heard any reports of encounters with those, but, I'm hoping I will.
Yeah, I mean, actually, yeah, just, if you guys have any encounters with Church Grims, message, the guys from the Venomous Fringe and everything so they could do, like, interviews with you guys on that.
Yeah. That'd be great. We'll definitely talk to you about it.
Yeah, no, you don't really hear much about it at all.
Yeah, no, it kind of seems like there's a certain trend with cryptids. Like, if you pay attention, there's, Sasquatch was all the rage, and now Dogman's all the rage.
Exactly. And now, like, recently, too, like, the Wendigo and Skinwalker, too. Those are kind of... And the Rake, those are picking up popularity.
Yeah, the Rake, though, I'm still kind of going with the Rake, because the Rake showed up in Creepypasta first.
Yes, he did. But like I said, it could have been, like, the Crawlers could have inspired it, or he inspired the Crawlers, so it's hard to tell which came first.
Or does it all go back to the Fleshgate?
Oh, the Fleshgate, that one's fucked up.
That is disgusting. That's terrible.
No, I'm still trying to figure out the difference between a Fleshgate and a Skinwalker, because I know there's a difference, but I mean, they're both kind of, like, have the same powers and stuff.
Essentially, I think the only thing Skinwalker has over it is it can revert back to human.
This one can't?
No, the Fleshgate has a certain kind of appearance. It kind of looks more like you would envision with the Rake.
Okay.
With the pale skin, the black eyes, that kind of thing.
And that's its true form, then?
Right, and it doesn't take on the form of animals such as wolves or whatever. It's actually in one form constantly, so, yeah, even the Fleshgate's pretty eerie at best.
So the Fleshgate can't shapeshift like I once thought it could, then?
No, Skinwalkers can shapeshift. I don't believe Dogmen do it. I don't believe that Sasquatch do it either.
Now, I saw on your channel, I'm going to have to read it in a little bit, but, I mean, not read it, watch it, obviously. I mean, but you guys did that, video about the Goat Man, and...
Oh, yes. Yeah, the Goat Man down in Maryland?
Yeah. Now, I've heard stories about the Goat Man, and, like, I've heard, like, stories, like, sometimes they can mimic voices, sometimes they can create illusions.
Yes, actually, there's a story out there where a Goat Man actually drove a kid insane.
Really?
Yeah, this poor kid, after witnessing a Goat Man, he felt compelled to go back to where he had seen it. And it was at this bridge, this very high bridge. And he kept telling his mom about it, and his mom kept disregarding him, just saying, it was nothing. And eventually, he went back to the bridge only to kill himself. He actually took his life.
Really? Was that, like, at the famous Goatman's Bridge?
Yeah. Yep.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there was a paranormal show where one of the girls who was supposed to be a psychic, so allegedly came into contact with the Goat Man. And as they're doing an interview with her, there's a segment where if you look over her shoulder, you see what appears to be the Goat Man walking by.
Oh, yeah, like, out the window. It was a Ghost Adventures.
Yeah. Yes, that's it.
I was just about to bring that up, too.
Yeah, I think what the Goat Man might be is if you think about Greek mythology, the satyrs.
Yeah.
like Pan and things like that. I think that's where the Goat Man began. So it's been around for a long time as well.
Yeah, no, because I know Zach Baggins and the crew, they were interviewing that woman, like, in, like, the log cabin or something, and then, like, they kind of zoomed in, like, a video I saw it, and you actually see, like, the Goatman just like, just casually walking by.
Yeah, walking by. Yeah, it was pretty creepy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I don't know, I think the Goatman's been around for quite a long time.
It kind of reminds me of, like, that one Pokemon trailer, like, or, like, from Pokemon Origins or something, and they're like, now I need to capture Mew, and then you just see Mew fly by the window. That's, like, the same energy.
Nice. But yeah, Goatman's another fascinating one. If you ever want to cover that on a different live stream, we definitely could.
Heck yeah. No, I haven't really talked much about him on here.
Oh, man. There's so many theories going on about that, maybe it's a demon or whatever. And honestly, given the descriptions, I don't think that's too far off.
And no, there's so many, like, different Goatman's bridges, too, and, like, different versions of the Goatman. Like, some say that was, like, a goat farmer, who hung himself or something, or got killed on the bridge and haunts the bridge now. Or, like, it's a science experiment gone wrong, like, half goat, half man, that one I really don't believe, but...
These experiment theories, I don't know. They seem too convenient to me.
They do. Like, you could easily say Bigfoot's like a experiment between, like, genetically splicing a human intelligence in a gorilla or something. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It kind of seems like a cop out.
Long before.
Yeah. But yeah, like the experiment thing just kind of seems like a big cop out, really.
Right. Now, I think to a degree that there might be something to that.
There could be, yeah.
Because people are describing all these different types of Sasquatch, all these different type of dogmen. I think maybe there's a type of dogman and a type of Sasquatch that, the government did toy with to an extent, and they let them back out, and now we don't know how to control.
But it's not going to be anything like to the extent of, like, Jeff Goldblum in The Fly or anything.
No. I mean, you got to take some things into consideration with that life expectancy. How long is it going to live?
And breeding purposes too. Like how many of them do they make? Are they reproducing out there now?
There's also that thing that people don't take into consideration, that with experimentation, sometimes things like that cannot breed.
Right. Like Sarah, like the mules cannot breed because it's like a mix between a mule and not a mule, a donkey and a horse, and
right. So they got to take that into consideration. It's just they ignore the science behind it.
Absolutely. Now, kind of back to the rake a little bit. I just kind of remembered another creature that's kind of similar. The Dover Demon.
Oh, yeah, from my old stomping grounds. I used to live in Massachusetts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was actually one of the tales that our parents used to tell us about coming home too late.
Yeah, it seems like it was really popular at one point, then just kind of fell off, and you don't really hear much about it anymore, but looking at it, it's kind of like
there wasn't that many encounters. There was only literally 2 or 3 sightings before that thing just vanished.
It was kind of like the the Flatwoods monster. Like there was only 1 or 2 sightings of that thing too, and then it vanished.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I actually wondered if maybe this thing was an alien of sorts.
Yeah, no, I do
just
too.
Kind of lingered, that maybe it just lingered in Dover until it was rescued or it died off.
And then there's the Hopkinsville goblins too.
Right.
And
when you get those kind of cases that there's not many sightings, you have to wonder, okay, why?
Right.
Like the lizard man. The lizard man's a perfect example.
Yeah, no.
Too. You don't hear.
I know you guys covered that on your channel too, like a couple stories about him.
Yeah, we did. So I think though with the lizard man, it is possible it's a type of reptile that's evolved to walk bipedally, because they actually discovered a 15-foot crocodile that was bipedal.
Really?
Yeah, and it was from the same area as the lizard man.
Wait, like recently, or was it like an ancient one?
They just discovered it recently, but I guess it was a very prehistoric creature.
Okay, that's what I was asking, yeah.
Yeah, they found the bones and all that, but yeah, they have actually verified there was a bipedal crocodile.
In that area, so it could be surviving one of those or something.
Exactly, and maybe, it just shrunk in stature because that's what its body needed.
And then there's the people that are like, maybe the lizard man was just a reptilian from this planet in the Draco star system, trying to infiltrate the government.
It's possible. I mean, I do believe in the different kinds of aliens as well.
I do too, but I mean, like, to a certain extent, like, I believe reptilians can be real, but not like they're infiltrating the government, starting the New World Order.
Yeah, there's too many conspiracy theories out there, and believe me, as a researcher, and since you're going to be a researcher as well, you got to kind of learn to sift through them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because there's a big anti-government movement going on out there where everybody wants you to believe government evil, science is evil. If you study science, you're evil.
Right.
Just don't fall for that kind of thing.
But honestly, the only thing that's kind of like the only conspiracy theory like about the government that I believe is like legit kind of true and is actually scary is about like the Denver airport.
Oh yeah, I do believe that one too.
Yeah, no, that one's just there's too much evidence there for that one. And then
when you really get to the heart of it, though, you're just kind of going, okay, how come so many conspiracy theories? You're creating more questions. You're not providing any answers. You're creating more questions here.
Mm-hmm. And, like, have you heard the theories about that giant horse, that Lucifer?
Oh, yeah. Yep, I've heard that one, too.
Like, the artist who created it, like, it fell on him and crushed his leg and everything, and then, like, it had, like, all these bad omens associated with it.
Yeah. Sounds like more conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm. I did do, like, some other, like, conspiracy theory videos, like, back in the day, just, like, talking about some of them. The weirdest one that I have to say that I've ever read was that the song Friday by Rebecca Black is about the JFK assassination.
Okay, I've not heard that one before, so I'm gonna have to look that up.
I'll send you the link for it, but it's like,
Yeah, please do.
because it's like the bus represents him getting on board, going to heaven and all this, and getting ready to go die. He puts his suit on, gets ready for school and all this shit.
Ah,
And they just like
I'll have to check that out. That's interesting.
they like really extend it, like make it like really weird, but it's like JFK didn't decide not to take the bus that day, instead take his limo or something.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we have to look this one up for sure.
That
That does sound interesting in a very weird sort of way.
I always like the really ridiculous conspiracy theories, just because I mean, like, there's no way that they can be true, but it's just funny to get a good laugh at them.
Well, most of them are ridiculous to a degree.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's some that have been like proven to be true, like MK Ultra and all that.
Right.
But for a majority of them,
yeah,
like a majority of them though, they're fake.
Yeah, they are. They definitely are.
But
yeah, we can definitely discuss some more cryptids on some other live streams down the road, though, if you'd like. I'd be game for that.
Yeah, absolutely. We can do the Egypt. We can do the Goat Man.
Right.
Heck, we can even do a whole stream about. We can even do a whole stream about the Dog Man too.
That'd be great. Yeah, and I'll contact Swamp Dollar for you too.
Oh, awesome! Thank you.
No problem.
Because I know he's big. I've been trying to get like some of the bigger YouTubers to like interview and everything too. Like, I kind of want to interview the Paranormal Files too. Those guys are really cool.
Right. Yeah, they'd be hard to get though.
Yeah, no, like I tried, but they're always just so damn busy. So
yeah, Swampy D's a good guy though. Even though he's a big YouTuber, he makes time for his fans.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, I'd definitely like to talk to that guy too.
Excellent. Yeah, I'll see what I can arrange for you.
Because I'm a big fan of his videos and all that.
Yeah, I've been a subscriber since he started out.
When did he start out?
2 years back.
Jeez. Yep. I just typed in Swamp and he was the first one that popped up. Joined January 10th, 2014.
Yeah. Yep. Great guy. Good stories, too.
Oh, yeah, no, his merch is, like, super, super cool.
Yeah, another good guy is, a good site is Dogman Encounters with Jeffrey Naldoni.
Dogman Encounters with Jeffrey Naldoni?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a YouTube channel or a...
Yeah, yep, I can send you the link if you like.
Alright.
Let me grab it for you.
Dogman. I accidentally misspelled Dogman as Sogman, like this wet, soggy man.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
No.
I'm going to link you in the chat here. There you go.
Let's see. Let me find it. The Discord chat or the live chat? There we go. Let's see. Or wait, which chat am I looking for this?
Just look in the live stream chat, the channel chat.
The channel chat.
If
Okay.
you want, I can post it in Discord as well. Here, I'll send you a message on Discord.
Okay, yeah, because it's taking a minute for it to pop up. Sometimes my messages are slow. I'll take a look. Oh, Dogman Encounters with Jeffrey Naldoni. Let me see. Huh, yeah, no. I'm surprised I haven't heard of this guy. Or,
Very interesting channel. You're going to like it. You'll enjoy it.
yo, it's all Dogman. Oh, and Skinwalkers, too. It's a bit of everything, honestly.
Yeah, he's got Goatman, Bigfoot, Fleshgate, Chupacabra.
Oh, I haven't really heard much about the Chupacabra in recent news.
There's not much going around about it, oddly enough. I don't know if maybe the sightings just stopped or if maybe it's gone or whatever.
And yep, I'll fix that Discord for you, that Discord link for you, Sabrina, because I've been meaning to put the new one in, but I just keep forgetting because we recently got changed. It's up on the new Discords on Discord. I also have, if you're interested too in joining this one, Ryan, you can, but it's a paranormal chat, like talking about ghosts and everything.
Okay, that's great. I'd be up for that one too.
Because there's some really cool evidence in there and everything. Like, one of my friends, like their mom works at a prison or something, and got some like cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like there's like this legend about this one girl. She appears like in a black dress, and they got her on the CCTV.
Oof, that's creepy.
So I'll have to send you a link for that. But yeah, Sabrina, I'll definitely PM you the link for the new Discord as well.
Don't be quiet, Sabrina.
But
I have to give her a hard time.
huh?
I have to give Sabrina a hard time. It's my job.
Yeah, no, I got you. But yeah, no. My chat's dead sometimes, like at times, but I mean, most of the time I've just been trying to get it active. It's just mostly some of the mods that are that talk in there, but
Oh, that's okay.
yeah.
We'll get more people in there for you, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
Don't worry about it.
Because this is actually like my second year doing Cryptocast, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you've been here for a while, then.
Yeah, I mean, but before I did this, I had like a few other YouTube channels that were kind of floppy. I always kind of like watch the stream like on silent on my phone while I'm doing this, just to make sure like if there's any difficulties or anything. I watched that from like my original account, and then I have like I had another account where I just opened like packs of Pokemon cards. I tried to be a PokeTuber at one point.
Oh, nice.
Then I also used to do, like, I had this one channel. It's still up there. The videos are on there, but it's cringy as all hell, I guess. And it's called Tiny Panic. So if you look up Tiny Panic, it's still there. But I did, like, videos of me, like singing and stuff. So don't watch those because that's absolute garbage. If you don't want your ears to bleed, don't watch that. But I did, like, videos, like, talking about, like, the different fandoms and everything. And,
oh, nice. That's
and
cool.
actually on there, there is, I guess it's sort of like the beta for this channel a little bit. I did like little Weird Wednesday. I did cryptid profiles, and I just talked about like little different cryptids, so kind of like my cryptid ratings that I do now.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Well, you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, so I guess that was sort of my little beta. But yeah, no, I just like how it goes from like cryptids to Dragon Ball Super Theory is universal love and cheating. Just weird things like that. And the last one that I posted on that channel was Native American mythology, and that was it. But
wow, quite the broad range there. That's cool. That's very cool.
yeah, no, that was like my third channel. Like, actually, no, that was like channel number 2, and I made that one in 2017. So yeah, I just got out of high school when I made that one. Actually,
Nice.
I gotta delete like some of these videos right here.
Yeah, if you wanted to do some future live streams where we talk about some other cryptids, that'd be fantastic. Just, give me a shout out. Let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. Because yeah, I'd be down to do like anything really. Like, I really kind of want to do Goatman now.
All right. Yeah, just, let me know. We'll arrange a time, and I'll be sure to be on here. I'll help you out.
I could even do one, like, it doesn't have to be Sunday. It could be like sometime during the week as well. Because I mean, like, for the next 2 Sundays, I have 2 people who wanted to come on, so I'm gonna have them, and then we could even do it like sometime like this, maybe like next week. Like, doesn't have to be Sunday. I just got to figure out my work schedule and all that first, and I'll get back to you with that.
Anytime. Just hit me up on Twitter. Let me know, and I'll definitely be here for you.
All right. I guess I'll let you get going then. But thank you so much for stopping on the show tonight and coming out. So everybody, this is So anyway, guys, this is Ryan from the channel Venomous Fringe. The link for that is in the description below. Check out their newest Dogmen videos because those are really, really good. And show them some support. Subscribe them. Let them know I sent you and all that. So yeah, but thank you so much for coming out, man.
All right, you too. You have a better night now, and everybody be safe. Be kind to one another.
Yep.
And I'll see you guys around.
Thank you so much.
All right, take it easy, guys.
See you, Ryan.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Yep. So that was Ryan from the YouTube channel Venomous Fringe. Check out their link in the description below. Also, guys, it is actually January 19th right now. So we still got a few more weeks left on that giveaway, guys. I'm doing to win a little cryptid personally made by me out of polymer clay that I'm going to send to one lucky winner. So be sure to check that video out. Follow the prompts on there to be entered to win the giveaway and all that. So I'm really looking forward to that because we're just celebrating 200 subscribers still, guys, and I'm really, really excited about that. So it doesn't seem like much, but it's a big milestone for me. So thank you all so much for doing that. And yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it because next Sunday, hopefully, I'm going to have to contact her again. I'm going to be having an interview with one of my friends who is actually a practicing witch, and she's going to answer all your guys' questions that you have about witchcraft and all that. And I feel like it's going to be a good stream. And then the week after that, I'm probably going to one of my friends, Reaper. He's been on here before. Wants to do another live stream with me, so I'm thinking maybe like another SCP exploration video because I haven't done one of those in a hot minute. And then maybe sometime next week, I'm gonna try to get Ryan on the show again and do a Goatman. So we got a bunch of special guests coming up, guys. So be on the lookout for that. And if I don't have any more special guests, like in 2 or 3 weeks, I'm gonna probably try to finish that one book that I got, the Ghosts of St. Charles, and then I'm gonna do Nostradamus predictions after that. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for coming out tonight for Cryptocast. Thank you again to Ryan for coming out. Again, guys, check out his channel in the link in the description below. That's Venomous Fringe. Let him know that I sent you. Give him a subscribe. Give him some likes and everything. Also, guys, if you like this video, be sure to give it a like. You can dislike it if you dislike it. I heard if you dislike the video, Dogman will come and sniff out all your hentai. If you don't want Dogman to come and sniff out your hentai, the only way to ward him off is to like this video, because you don't want that shit getting out in the open, guys. Trust me. So, yeah, and if you're new, subscribe to the channel, become a member of the Crypto Crew today, guys. It would mean so much to me if you did. And, yeah, just have a great, safe week and all that, and just do what makes you happy as long as it's not hurting anyone else. Be safe, as always, guys. So thank you guys so much for coming out to Cryptocast. I've been your host, Parker. Stay spooky, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks again for coming out, Ryan. It was a fucking blast having you. I can't wait to have you again.